Okay, guys, welcome to another Fitness for Golf Hangout. We're joined by two guys today, Mike Root on the right there, and Chris Owenby, our good friend down in Dallas. Today we're talking about golf fitness for those golfers that are 50 plus. And the reason that came about is here in Omaha, we have the U.S. Senior Open coming to town in early July, and Roger Chapman, last year's champion, there was a nice article with him in it. And for 12 years, he did not win a tournament. And then he did a special golf fitness for golf workout, lost 20 pounds in the 2012 season, did a fitness for golf workout, lost 20 pounds. Last year won two major championships on the senior tour. So Chris Owenby deals with those types of golfers, and Mike is one of those golfers. So I thought that their input would be greatly appreciated. So guys, take it away.
Thanks, Jay. Hi, Chris. How are you today?
Good, Mike. How you been?
I've been great. I was out at the Omaha Country Club when Roger Chapman was doing his round. So I saw him tee off, and it was really quite fun. They had a little bit of an audience. We had media day out there for the U.S. Senior Open, which is going to be in the middle of July. We actually are hosting an event there for anyone that's interested. They can check that out, and Jay will probably put the link up, senioropenevent.com, I believe it is. You can see the details. But what was interesting about Roger was our course, Omaha Country Club, is quite hilly. And he said, and on the Senior Open, you can't take carts or anything. So he indicated that that's going to be a real test with the hills and everything when the guys have to play 4 rounds of golf in the mid-July heat in Omaha. So, Chris, how do you think a golfer is going to be able to prepare for a hilly course that he's going to have to walk 4 days with the mental stress of the Senior Open and everything? What's a guy going to do to prepare for that?
Well, hopefully, if he's at the Senior Open, he's been preparing for many years to get ready for this.
One would think so, but you never know. How about mere mortals who want to be at the Senior Open?
I can give you, my experience. My demographic is 50 to 65-year-old executives. They're not at that level. I do have a couple guys who have qualified for the U.S. Senior Open, like the Dean Overturfs. And I'll be honest with you, the first things that we start getting ready with Dean was to get, as we know, golf is not so much of a cardiovascular endurance, but it is a huge on muscular endurance. How fast, how much can we fire that muscle over and over and over, repetitive, efficiently and consistently throughout the entire round. And if we're walking, undulations and if our legs start going, then we start making mental mistakes, and then the wheels fall off, good say. So
exactly.
With my senior golf, or my seasoned golfers, I don't have seniors, I have seasoned golfers. It's really about, first they have to be released by the doctor for me to work on their VO2 max. So I do a lot more, not only core training, but we train a lot more functionally with movements in the golf swing. But at the end, I always add cardiovascular into it. But we do stuff timed, meaning we'll go pretty intense for 20 seconds and then recover for 10 seconds and then 20 seconds on, taking seconds off. And we just call it, it's time training. But my main goal, and I'll be honest with you, the first couple of times my seasoned golfers do this, their legs they feel like jelly, they feel thick, they get tired because, that pyruvate, the lactic acid, that we got to get that out of there. Because if they're walking and those legs start giving, they start shaking, it's the round goes away. So to be honest with you, my guys, we start adding about 6 months into it. Like when I have guys go to Scotland and places of that nature, and they're going to play for 3 or 4 days or 5 days, and they're walking. We just start increasing their cardiovascular endurance.
Good. So for these golfers that are going to be here, so that's one issue they're going to have to contend with. they're also going to have to contend with probably the heat and the wind. And as you mentioned, the mental game does take a toll if they don't, if they aren't in physically good shape. Is that kind of something you see in some of these events?
Yeah, I see them. We see it even more now because, you know, you see a lot more flat bellies on tour. You see a lot more, even at the Senior Open. You know, these guys are in better physical condition because they know if their core is stronger, if they're able to have a more efficient golf swing, they have less injuries. They're able to practice more, and they're able to improve and sustain that. You know, when they're going to be dealing with the heat, my guys know that hydration starts not the day of an event, but hydration is going to start, you know, 48 to 72 hours before an event. So hydration, in my opinion, is crucial to be able to sustain 4 or 5 rounds, or 4 or 3 days. I think they played 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, I think they played 4 days actually, and then they got their practice rounds too. The Senior Open is actually a Thursday through Sunday event, and so Sunday could be real interesting.
And then, as far as their food, I mean, they've got to understand their food intake, and you know, they're eating every 2 hours, you know, while they're playing to keep their insulin balanced so they don't drop, because once that insulin drops, or once their sugar levels drop, they start getting a little shaky, and then things can get a little ray as well. So my biggest thing is, you know, to prepare for the round, you know, get your cardiovascular up, get your core strength up, you know, and then when you actually do play, hydration starts 2 or 3 days before the round, and you keep drinking all the way through. But also food intake, they need to be eating every 2 or 3 holes, so their insulin, and have a little more fat. Have the peanut butter and crackers, have the peanut butter and graham crackers, you know, things of that nature. But keep it where you never get so you never get hungry, I guess you'd say.
You always see Tiger with an apple or a banana or something when he, you know, pulling it out of the bag. What other kinds of snacks do you see guys using when they're playing these major events to keep their energy up every couple holes?
It's got to be quick, accessible, easy, and not dirty. So they don't want to get anything. They don't want to get anything on their hands. So to be honest with you, like you say, a banana is very good. A half a peanut butter like a sandwich cut up in 4 quarters. Eat a real quick peanut butter sandwich, not peanut butter and jelly, but a peanut butter sandwich. But I don't want their hands to get dirty, and I don't want it to melt.
Exactly. No chocolate.
No chocolate. None of these bars, protein bars, or anything like that, because they will, you know, stuff of that nature.
There's probably no beer either on the Senior Tour, huh?
Well, probably afterwards.
Yeah, afterwards maybe. Yeah.
So,
what else are you seeing that's successful? We got a lot of guys up in our way that's just coming into season. So if you were to tell them, maybe not the senior level or Senior Open level, but just the regular guys, what are you telling these guys these days to get ready for the season, or maybe the season started and they've got to get back into shape after a long winter? What are you telling them?
Well, the article I think that's going to come out this month is, hey, you're an athlete, so let's act like one. So
okay, good. Yep.
There's not any other sports that, you know, when you played football, you just didn't come out and start, you know, and start playing on Friday nights. I mean, you had practice, you had two-a-days, you had preparation, you know, to play. And I think the same thing in golf. I mean, golf, hey guys, we are athletes, we should act like one, we should train like one. And just the day of the round, that's the day that we perform. But we got to prepare for that. And, you know, it depends on the person. It depends on their physical limitations. I would suggest anyone to basically seek out a certified golf fitness instructor. Now, the only reason I say that is because we do a full, complete assessment that's going to pretty much just say, hey, look, if it needs to be stable, it better be stable. If it needs to be mobile, it better be mobile. and we're just going to test that. We're going to test core strength. We don't care how much you can squat, bench, or deadlift, but we care how much rotary strength we have, how much core strength we have. And then we're going to design a program that's going to pretty much, increase core strength, increase mobility, stability, but also create correct movement patterns in the golf swing. We're going to train the muscles that we use in the golf swing. So the reason that I personally believe, I don't believe there's any right way or wrong way to work out. I think there's a smarter, more effective way to work out. So if I was going to be a linear mover, I'd train that way. Or if I'm a golfer, I'm going to seek someone who understands the movements in the golf swing, because I don't want to get into a program that's going to create any improper movement patterns that me and my pro are working on. And there's a lot of, in the real world, there's a lot of exercises that in our world would incur improper movement patterns, I guess you'd say. So I would just suggest them to go to TPI.com, find a certified golf fitness instructor, get an assessment done, find out the physical limitations that have an underlying effect of the mechanics in their golf swing, get a program, develop a program. It doesn't have to be an hour, guys. It can be 30 minutes. And then, of course, you can get my DVD.
Well,
shameless plug, but anyway.
To your point, bench pressing hundreds of pounds of weight is probably not going to be the best thing for a golfer, because it's going to increase upper body strength maybe, but not upper body mobility, which is much more important for a golfer than, the strength is important, but it's got to be channeled in the proper way. Yeah, just in a nutshell, think about your mind has to change from when we were younger, when it was vanity. Instead of vanity, think of longevity. So pretty much anything in the front, I don't want it. I don't want a big chest. I don't need big biceps, but I do need, flexible calves, hamstrings, strong glutes, mobile pelvis, good core strength. I need to load, and I need to explode. And big chest, all this vanity stuff, we need to kind of push that to the side and think about longevity and, and think more of movement efficiency versus the vanity side. That's great. Anything else you want to add for today? It's been, it's been a good conversation. Anything particular for this, with coming into the season? I know we've got a great article that we're going to be sending out here for you this week, and that covered a lot of stuff, but we appreciate it. Everything been going well otherwise for you?
That's been going great. We had our first LPGA tournament here in 30 years. I trained the number 1 and number 2, number 3 juniors in the world. I have a pretty big following from juniors that are Korean, so it was amazing to take them and let them see a real LPGA tournament, in person. And if there's any watchers out there and y'all have kids, and if you have a junior and she or he's playing high school golf and you want to motivate them, take them to a live event, because they will get motivated. Because all these juniors came back and they said, Chris, I know my goal. I know I'm focused now. I know what I want to do. So now this week we got the Byron, of course, and we'll be out there with some of my seasoned golfers, and then they come back and they say, Chris, I'm excited. I know what I'm going to do. So
there you go. Well, that's great. That'll be wonderful. Well, I'm looking forward to. We're looking forward to the Senior Open up our way. I think it's going to be awesome as well, and so we'll when we post this up, we can put a link over to your stuff as well as ours. But anyway, I appreciate it. Thanks for joining us, Jay. Do you got anything else before we check out?
I've got nothing other than, it's never too late to start working out and playing better golf.
There you go. Okay. Well, thanks, Chris.
I'll say one thing. I think, Fitness for God guys are doing an incredible job. I think you're at the cutting edge. I think you understand the team approach, and I think you're providing some, great articles. I've read some of y'all's articles and other fitness instructors, and I think they do a great job. The mental aspect of it, the physical aspect of it. So your clients, your customers, they have a one-stop shop they can come to. They don't have to go anywhere else. Basically, you have your mental, your mechanical, your club fitting, your eating correctly, your challenges, and I think that's your place. Fitness for Golf they should just really just focus in on that and take in as much as they can, because y'all provide some excellent stuff.
Well, that's awfully nice of you to say. We work hard at it, trying to. I'm living the avid golfer lifestyle, and so I kind of know I'm the filter. If I don't like it, or if it's not something I'm interested in, I don't really want to put it out there for everybody, because I kind of have tested a lot of different things. So I appreciate you recognizing that, and we truly appreciate you being a nice content supplier for us. You do a great job, and we thank you for that. So.
Enjoy it. You have a good day.
All right. Well, listen. Have a great day. Thanks all, and we'll see you soon.
See you guys later.